So guys, I had every intention of taking you all outside and starting the process of making a knife with you, as indicated in the title of the video, but let's see how that turned out.
Well, this puts a hitch in the plans for today's video. Oh, the wind blew that over. My knife grinder is right here, and the plan was to pull it out here and grind a knife this morning. And apparently that's not going to happen because it's been raining and it's supposed to rain on and off all day, and I don't feel like running electrical equipment in the rain. So we're going to have to figure out some other stuff. So we're going to look at the preliminary stuff we're going to do before we start actually grinding the knife.
So yeah, obviously I can't do that. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at some preliminary things that I need to do before we start making the knife, because I need to do that anyway. May as well take you along. So let's go ahead, turn it around, and look at all of that. So you guys saw the beginning of the video. This did not go as planned today. I was initially going to start working on this knife. I was just going to do some cleanup and some stuff on the Scotch-Brite wheel. I was going to film that because I've got to clean all this up and get the finish that I want on this before I start grinding. I don't want to grind the edge until I've already got handles and stuff. So this is going to be kind of a long and drawn out process. It's going to take me a while because I'm doing this in it's going to be a very staggered fashion. Now, the thing I've got to look at here is what I want to do for handles. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. I've got some options here. I have 3 different types of material. There's 2 here. There's one more that's in the back that's like probably not even a choice. But if I do it, it's going to be done with these liners. I blacked my Carta, and I was thinking about doing some liners on it because these are nice and thin. These wouldn't be thick enough to use as actual handles. It would make the knife too thin. You know, you want to have, especially on a bigger knife like this, you want to have enough thickness. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that right there is not the thickness I want. The material on this is probably closer because this is my knife. So this is gonna be my knife. It's not gonna go anywhere. I have a couple different types of handle material, and you guys can drop in the comments if you would, which one you think would be better. I'm on the fence. I like this one a lot. This one is a really, really cool look, and once I polish everything on it, it's going to really look good. I'm personally swaying that direction, but I also know that this... Oh, something fell. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. My daughter was telling me she was leaving for school from the Croc Center, or from her skating rink there. So this is a stabilized palm that would also look really good. I have another knife I'm going to make, so these are both going to get used. I'm going to make one of these for myself as well. I have the material here. I just have to heat treat this. But I do have the material here for that, and I'm going to definitely do that. So this is one that would probably get this one. I think this would look a lot cooler on that. And you can see, look how polished that is. So this is palm. It's stabilized. What is this? This is a stabilized palm heart or something like that. But this one, I think for this knife would just absolutely look gorgeous. So you guys let me know what you're thinking. I'm really thinking that this will look cool with this purple and everything in it. And that design, I think that burl would look great on this. So I'm really on the fence with it. Now, the other thing that I'm trying to figure out is how I want to mount the handles. I have these Kirby bolts, and Kirby bolts are really cool. I've never used them, but I've seen a lot of other knife makers use them. And what you do is these screw off, and you just basically run this through the handle, or through the steel. So you can see here, it's going to be the right thickness here. And then I would countersink the handles and put these on and then grind down to the bolts, or I could just leave them as is. But the fact is, I also have this piece of mosaic pin that I want to use. So I may do 2 Kirby bolts and then have this mosaic pin be on the very end, because this is my knife. This is going to be my knife. I've never made a knife for myself. As you guys know, I've talked about that before. As a knife maker, I had to sell everything I made. And at this point, I just think I owe it to myself to make a knife. My daughter has one of the only... You can see those mosaic pins, how it looks on this. My daughter has the only drop point version of this knife that's ever been made. This is here at the house. I'm not going to make another one of those. I'm going to make an actual sea snake. This would have been called the habu, which is a venomous snake that lives on land. This is I'm pretty sure going to be made after I finish this one out of the S125B that I have left. And I'm pretty sure that, see how this was originally going to be a drop point? I'm pretty sure that this is going to be that knife right there. And then I'm going to do, I've got to do heat treat and everything on that. So lots of stuff that's going to have to happen. And this is going to be a multiple part series. But like you said, I was going to start doing cleanup on this and surface finish, because this still does need, it still has some post heat treat mill scale that's on it that I want to get off, and I want to make sure that these are nice and flat so that the handles sit nice and flat on it. I don't want there to be gaps. You can see back here at the heel, you can see that there's a little bit of a warp to this. I'm going to have to take some material out of this knife up here, clean that up, or I'm just going to have to marry the handles to it. But at any rate, lots of work that's going to have to go into this, lots of pre-work that I'm going to have to do on it. So I will keep you guys on, I'll keep you guys in on this. Any work I'm going to do on this, I definitely will let you know. This one has not had any grinding really done on it, except to remove some of the surface scale after heat treat. So this is 20 CV at about 66, I think 66 Rockwell on this is about what we were getting. 65 to 67 was the range we were getting with the heat treat we did on this. So guys, just wanted to show you, I like, really, it's hard to make that decision when you look at how good this palm looks when it's polished. It's a very good looking handle material. So at any rate, guys, I got some thinking to do. So hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the different handle materials and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you check out my sponsors, Coffee Brand Coffee, Temper Trail, discount built in, and any knife purchase you're going to use my links down below. And I have an Amazon store. Take it, pin it to your browser. Guys, I will see you in the next video.